We're in today with the R9 290. This is a 2013 video card with 2560 shaders. It's got 4 gig of VRAM GDDR5 running at 1000 MHz on the core clock and 1300 MHz on the memory clock. It's got 512 bits bus width, DirectX 12, and we're gonna pair it up with this E5 2699 V4 with 22 cores and 22 threads with hyperthreading disabled. This is a fantastic video card considering the age, but the best thing we can do, jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. This is a very hard test. I put the desktop resolution on 1024. This is going to be very stressful because I want to make this game run on this video card. It's this R9 295 will have said the video card is not compatible and drivers and stuff like that, but with Niemens drivers I managed to start the game. I'm interested on actually giving this opportunity, giving this video card the opportunity to run the game at maximum FPS. In this case, I will say that making this game run with more than 40 FPS, it's an achievement. Let me explain. So 1024 is from the resolution because desktop resolution. I got low details. I got no upscaling. So with no upscaling, I got 34 FPS. This is good because if I would have left everything on 1080p, it would have been very horrible. So with nearly 40 FPS, I get nearly 350 watts consumption from this video card. So I will say it's a bloody good performance. You understand? Considering what video card I have and what game I have, if we started now, I will say this is an achievement. The one thing that I'm interested is upscaling, and I'm gonna put FSR without frame generation. I got a render scale. I'm gonna put it to 50. I got 40 FPS. It's very fluent, very snappy. You can actually see it's reaching 20 ms. Let's go into display and activate frame generation on. If you want to play with an R9 295 Starfield, there needs to be some questions. Why? I just wanted to show you how it's running. I just wanted to show you what is the best settings so you can make this game run. But do remember the black bars, you know, 1024. I can stretch it, but I've been told many times, do not stretch it because it looks very retroish. But if we're jumping in Cyberpunk with this R9, you can actually see on 1080p with low details, no upscaling, I got 40 FPS on average. It's consuming nearly 400 watts. It's barely holding around 60 degrees, the video card, because it's 62 actually, because I had to put the fan on 100% in order to get this temperature on check. You know, the video card is big, it's got a big radiator, and I think maxing out the fan, it was a good idea because I don't want to keep this monster heat up. You know, I don't want to generate a lot of heat with this video card, and I think this is an important performance overall. Seriously, let's start with Fidelity FX on balance and see how it holds and how it looks. With balance, I got nearly 60 FPS. 60 FPS with an R9. Come on, this is a good performance. Apparently the VRAM managed to drop a little. The core temperature is a little lower because I managed to see it creeping up to 63 degrees and now it's 61. That's actually good. And in this situation, the system RAM is 12 gig of system RAM. Even the system is being utilized here. But hopefully I don't have any problems with the CPU because the CPU needs to be a little faster. But all in all, even with balance upscaling, you can see that it's doing a fantastic job. So I will take this as a big win because the moment you go from balance to ultra performance or performance, the game would look very uglish, you know, because you will start to see the artifacts in the game and it's not okay. With balance, apparently, like the name says, is balanced and you can see almost no artifacts and the performance is there with 60 FPS, nearly 60 FPS. And I like it. I like how this video card is holding in Cyberpunk. Let's jump in GTA 5 and see how this video card that is actually age appropriate for this game runs on 1080p with maximum details. 100% load on the core, 2.8 gig of VRAM utilization and barely holding on 60 degrees the video card with 100% fan speed. Everything on maximum aside from advanced shadows and stuff like that and upscaling because it's not worth it. But everything in the menu enabled at maximum. DirectX 11, all of it on 1080p. I think this is a fantastic performance from the video card because it's, like I said, it's age appropriate. But we need to drive around the city and see how it holds because then you're gonna see see how much VRAM is gonna take. 3.1 gig of VRAM utilization. I think this is a decent performance from this video card. 61 degrees, it still holds there, and I actually thought I would keep 100 FPS, but apparently it's not possible. 80-90 FPS, apparently it's a good number. I'm actually curious to see what's going on with VSync on, you know. So if I limit the FPS with VSync, you notice that the core apparently it's distressed, you know, it's not on 100% maximum. Based on the wattage, I will say yeah, it's not stressed out, and I think this is a decent performance. This is actually the way I need to play GTA 5 in order to have efficiency. If we're jumping in No Man's Sky with 1080p with the maximum details, only one single thing I had to put because I knew it's not going to hold. It's Fidelity FX. I put it on balance here. Apparently there is an option here in No Man's Sky 2. It doesn't have FSR 3 with frame generation, but with Fidelity FX. Apparently on balance, it's possible to actually start the game. Why Ultra? Because I just wanted to put it at the wall. I know there is an option to put it on medium and stuff like that if I use Fidelity FX, and there is that option in No Man's Sky if you're interested. Now if you put your maximum, take a look on the quality, because the quality is freaking awesome in this game when it comes to exploring worlds, and see it how it's performing with an R9. So see 40 FPS on maximum load, it's fantastic. Frame time it's around 25. I got 350 watts consumption from this computer from the wall, and yeah, definitely is doing a fantastic job. You know, this video card is barely holding, you know, to deliver the 60 FPS, but considering the quality I have, the amount of wattage that is using, I will say give it a slack because it's actually doing a fantastic job. 2013, you understand? The age of the video card and the performance that you get from a game like this, the quality that offers you, it's almost there, you understand? It's almost there. You just have to put 1 or 2 slides on that quality in order to get the best performance. And if you're not interested on 200 FPS or how 160, how much this game is doing, you know, you can lock it to 60 FPS and you'll get better performance. It's very important to know the limitation, and the maximum quality with the R9 290 in No Man's Sky, it's around 40-50 FPS on maximum details. But if we're jumping in Metro with this video card and this system on maximum details on 1080p, do remember this is an SLI and Crossfire compatible, so I really like games like this on R9s and stuff like this because it's got option for Crossfire, just in case I found another one super cheap. But in this case, doesn't matter, it's only one single video card. I got 2 gig of VRAM utilization. The details are fantastic, even like this, and it does a nice awesome job here. I'm actually surprised there is no problem with the drivers, because I put Niemens drivers in this computer in order to try to run as many new games as possible to see how this old legend of a video card is performing. But all in all, it's doing a fantastic job and I like it. Seriously, I like this performance from this R9. Mad Max on the other hand, with 1080p with maximum details, it's utilizing 410 watts. This is actually a fantastic performance from the game, and I really appreciate how it's utilizing the computer. Seriously, I really appreciate how it's utilizing the video card. But here apparently the VRAM is not being utilized, only the core, but it's utilizing it, you know, the video card. The moment I started the game, I heard something squeaking in the computer. I was like, what the are you doing with the video card? Seriously, I like the performance, I like how it looks. Ooh, I like how it sounds, you know, in some cases. But yeah, definitely a good performance with the R9. The system, on the other hand, doesn't have any problem. 6.8 gig of system RAM being utilized, barely 15% load on the CPU with 39 degrees on the CPU side. Come on, that's easy for the CPU. I don't think it's got any problems. But regardless, I like the performance, how this video card is outputting, and just in case in the future I find another one, it will be very interesting to see how one single video card is performing. Crossfire, ooh, it would be really nice to see 2 video cards like this in Crossfire, but it all depends how much you're going to like this video. So yeah, the ideal game would be something like this, with limit on 60 FPS, only consuming 290 watts from this video card and the system. 53 degrees on the video card, that's actually good. And unfortunately with this AMD video card, it doesn't show you like 30-40% load on the core, it just shows you 100 120, 130. It just up and down, and you can actually see the video card is not fully stressed. 1.2 gig of VRAM utilization, maximum details here, 1080p, and is doing a fantastic job. It looks great, it runs great, there is no stress on the video card. I think this is the type of game that was designed for a video card like this. You know, back in the days, to have this game on this video card will have been something normal, you know, and not fully stress the video card. Overall, the performance is great. There's nothing to complain here. 300 watts apparently it's the average on this computer, but yeah, definitely a nice performance in this case and how it's being utilized. There is no problem on actually utilizing an R9 like this. It's got 4 gig of VRAM, it's got a huge bandwidth, 512 bits bus width. You know, I like this idea. DirectX 12, I cannot benefit from that DirectX 12, but it's very nice to see that some games manage to start with DirectX 12. I really appreciate it, and I've been told not to use modified drivers a couple of months ago. Why you don't use modified drivers? Now, why you using modified drivers? Why you don't use modified drivers? I just wanted to see a couple of games that were not designed for this video card run with this R9, you know, so hence why I put Nimes drivers today. That is 2372 in order to see how it's performing. It performed really bad. But overall, the performance with the games that was designed, considering this is the 2013 video card, it did very well. It did a fantastic job, so I cannot complain. I like it, I recommend it. If you have a chance to actually put your hands on a video card like this, it's worth it. If you can find one that is unique, even better. If you can find one that is very cool, what I'm referring is that a big radiator and the chip is not thermal stress, because that's a very important feature, you know, to have a big radiator and running the video card cool. It's yeah, it will hold for a very long time. That's a big plus for the video card. If you have any suggestion for the video card or for the system, leave a comment and I will see you very soon.